recording.
How y'all doing, classes? I'm Quentin Lamb. Today I'm going to be showing y'all how technology is used in my classroom. Although we're not in my classroom today because I'm actually at the field house with my Chromebook because the school year is kind of wrapping up and everything, and trying to take care of folders and do all those nice things. But today I'm going to kind of give y'all a little tutorial of how we use athletics, technology with athletics, because my class has Chromebooks. Everybody has Chromebooks. I teach 3 different PEs. 2 of them are athletic PEs and the other one isn't an athletic PE, but those kids also use Chromebooks for technology, whatever the workout or the exercise of the day is. But today we're going to talk more about sports and kind of go into the way I use it best for my kids and the football program. All right, and Coach, you want to come around the camera, kind of go into some stuff. Hopefully this is quality and I'm loud enough. But first thing we're going to discuss is like our workouts. So today we have workouts after school. So the workouts we're going to go with today is going to be, we got different sets. We have an inside group and an outside group. That's the top set, the squat, the crunches, the benches, push-ups, stuff our core, military press, and weighted good mornings. And then we're going to, have an outside group. That's how they're going to, have upright row push-ups, hammer curls, dips, split squat, leg lifts. We kind of like to do it in sets of 10s, sometimes 12, but we like to get our youngsters kind of acclimated with the program, just coming out of 8th grade. And conditioning for the day is a hurdle routine, straight through, right, left, lateral. You guys can see that straight kick over and back. And then we do bag work, and we also hit the sand pit as well. That's actually not on here yet, but we're going to be installing that for our sand pit. So what I show up right here is in our Google Drive. Like, we actually share this with our athletes for them to actually see everything that we're trying to do, and I also share it with my coaches so that way the coaches can go in. Now we don't share it with the kids until once we actually get it to what we wanted as coaches. Then we make the drive shareable for everybody, and sometimes we don't share it with them just depending on if we debate long enough throughout the day. We'll print it out, and then that's just what we'll decide to go with. The kids are kind of be on board. So that's actually what we share with them as far as what the workout is going to be for today, or for that day individually. The next thing we're going to talk about is, so like for football, so this is what one of the football days looked like, how we use technology, because we let some of the kids actually have some input in this. With me being a first-year head coach, just kind of taking the job, we actually let some of the kids have some input on what they wanted to see and how they wanted to see things done. So I think this was very, very useful for me, and it made me feel good knowing that I didn't have to pull them out of class individually and talk to them one-on-one. I kind of shared the drive with a few individuals, most of the old heads, the seniors and the juniors who I knew were going to be important for our success next year. So we let them kind of come in here through the shared drive, and then they put in what they wanted to see us do as far as, different like plays and stuff. And when we went to install, we just kept it at install because it was a variety of plays. So a lot of the individual drills that you see up here, that's some of the things that we kind of let the kids kind of help pick with, because it is spring. And it was nothing too serious, but we knew that they needed to kind of have some type of input so that way we can let them know that this was not about me as the new guy, but more so that, look, hey, I'm still bought in, I'm invested, we can do this together. And I was more impressed that they actually came up with some quality themes just for us to kind of get started right out the gate. And I was impressed that they chose some good stuff. So that was a real good sign. So the few things I showed y'all about how we use Google Drive, and kind of, we share with the kids. That's kind of how we do football, and that's how we share the workout. This is more football stuff because, for one, I don't want to pull up my grade book. And I don't want to pull up kids' names and all these other things because this is actually going online. So, I know it's against the law or ethics of some sort. So I don't want to do that. So I'm just trying to kind of keep it generic football. So the next thing I'm kind of going to go over is football stuff and how we use technology as coaches and what make it work for us. So as you can see on the backdrop right here, so what I'm doing as a football coach, so the first thing we're going to take y'all through is our library, okay? So this is the football schedule for next year. Okay, that's all our weeks. We have St. Ed's Jamboree. We have Bolton at week 1, Basile in week 2, Lafayette at 3. Let me bring these down so that way everybody can see exactly what it is we trying to do. So this is our 10 games for next year. Bolton at week 1, Basile at week 2, Lafayette at week 3, Church Point at week 4, Crowley High at week 5, Abbeville at 6, Ville Platte at 7, Northwest at 8, Iota at 9, Pine Prairie at 10 for our senior night. So the way we go about doing these things are, a lot of the ways we make huddle work, because it's so simple and easy, is whenever we have an opponent, like St. Ed's is our opponent for the Jamboree, for our fall scrimmage next year. So we does not know who our Jamboree is going to be, but the fall scrimmage is a week before your Jamboree. So what we did was we went find, through the coaching world, we got 5 old films on North Central, on St. Edmund High School of what they did last year, and that way we can have something to prepare for of the first week for 2024, because technically they would have not had no scrimmage or anything else for us to go off of. So we just stuck with kind of going off what they did last year. So how we do that is you click it, and I won't show much, but I'll just click it, double click, and then you kind of pull up, and it's just St. Ed's in the white right here. You just kind of see a little bit about them. They're on defense, 3-man front, old school 3-4, but enough of that, I'll get out of that. But that's just kind of what we do as far as like implementing and installing game film. I'm not gonna show a breakdown of none of that either, game plan wise. But then you have Bolton High School is also another. Bolton High is also our first real week 1. So we do have 3 game films on Bolton that we would use to kind of game plan with. It's the summertime, so maybe I'll find more game film on those guys as well. And the way we do that, the way we share those things with the coaches are, so what we'll do is I'll go to and then I can go to exchanges to show you how we exchange film with other coaches and other programs, because this is very critical to most program success. So if I ever want to film, I'll type a name in, like I look for a film from Oberlin already. So I'll type a film in, a school name in, and then it'll go to that school, and then I can click whether I want to send them a film, or whether I want them to send me a film, or whether I want to do a 2-way exchange with those schools. But right now that's just kind of a look of how we're doing things, but I'm not actually going to request any film from nobody. But that's how we use Huddle. That's kind of how that works. So then we go to I go back to our library and show you what it's like. I just showed you how we accept film and how we do that. So then we can go to our playbook. So a little bit about our playbook and kind of how we install. And this is the best part for the kids, because whenever we have an install meeting, me and the coaches get together. And we let the kids kind of decide on, what do they think is best. Now, mind you, we don't listen to them all the time, but we do let them know that they kind of have a hand in what it is we're trying to do. So, you kind of look and you can notice that we label an X, a Y, and a Z. That's predicated on what each kid can do and how they can get done. And look, I'll be the first to say, like, I'm aware that this is not actually a football video, but for being a head football coach and the way my classes schedule is set up at my school, this is kind of what I do during football season. And the other things, like I showed y'all what the workout is for the day, like I've shown y'all how we share that through Google Drive and how we have that. It's just I don't want to go through anything and show a kid's name or what a kid's grades are or any of that. But that's also things that we have access to that I could pull up. I just know it's not the way it's supposed. It's not supposed to be done. So I just kind of made it about football, but I'm trying to make it more about technology and how it benefits me as a first-year head football coach, and how it also benefits the kids that I could just click. I could click this. I could click one thing right here, and then once I start editing and putting it in, I can just click share plays right here, and boom, once I click share plays, it goes to who. Once I click share plays will go to whoever I wanted to go
For
to.
today at 5. Girls basketball tryout for today. Good luck, everyone who's trying out. M10 will be on M4.
I'm sorry, we have the announcements being made. So all I have to do is click share plays, and then I can pick who I want to share plays with. Certain kids, certain coaches, and once they get up there, tell the kids, hey, look, this is the playbook, this is what we're trying to do. Learn it, learn it, learn it, understand it, because this is what we're going through. Like, we're going 707 June 4th. So this is what we're trying to do. I need you to know it. If you don't know it, you won't make the trip. Just little things like that. And I wanted to keep it more about technology because I know it's newer than what it was then when we had pen and paper. You know, times have actually gotten better, and this way I don't have to worry about them having a cell phone on campus because they're issued a Chromebook. So I just send an email. Anytime I share something, it goes directly to their email. You know, and they'll get a notification. I make sure they enable all notifications. That way, once I send them anything, it goes straight to them, and I can expect a response right away if I know, because I have a master schedule of knowing what class they're in or where they belong. So that way, you know, I can get a good response from them, and our team captains kind of know what I'm looking for and what the coaches are expecting. So that way, things kind of just run smoothly for us. But again, like I said, I hope I did this right. And if anybody have any questions, I'll be looking for good feedback from the class. And just want to say thank y'all for listening, and go Demons.